What is up, wrestling fans? KayFabe Chronicles with your host, JP. Welcome to the series finale of This Week in Wrestling, the weekly segment where I cover the news that has happened in the world of professional wrestling. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, but why, JP? Why? Why are you ending This Week in Wrestling? I've been kind of talking about it lately in some of my other videos. It just mostly came down to just, what I'm getting in regards to what I'm giving sort of thing. Every week I found that I was putting a lot of, research, a lot of effort, a lot of energy into this segment. And I just felt just overall it just wasn't really worth it to you guys as fans. By the time I released it, I just doing it once a week, a lot of the news I would give you is old. A lot of it, you guys would be like, yeah, I already knew that, derpity-doo. And it's also not really a huge, I guess, show on the channel. It has my lowest views. I just felt like that I could be using the energy that I'm putting into this for some other things, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a bunch of different new shows coming out in the next little while, so sadly, just to time frame wise, I have to let something go, and sadly, This Week in Wrestling does not make the cut. So to all you guys who've watched every episode, I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. It was a labor of love, but I think it's time to move on and go on to some other things. So as usual, though, this week, ironically, we have a lot to cover, even more than normal. So let's get that ball rolling. Starting off, it was officially announced that Nikki Bella is joining the cast of Dancing with the Stars this year. I know they kind of said it a few weeks ago, but it wasn't officially confirmed. There was a bunch of other stuff in there. But yeah, according to her, she is in. According to the Dancing with the Stars website, she is in. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see a female wrestler on there. Usually, you get males like Chris Jericho. That was a good season. That was the one season I watched. Oh, and the Bill Nye season, that was pretty good too. But yeah, Nikki, gonna be dancing. Good for you. Good for you. So into the wrestlers' personal lives. It was all over Big Cass and Carmella's Twitter accounts. They bought a house together. That's cool. Yeah, those guys who don't know, Big Cass and Carmella are a real-life item. To be honest, I would love it if she managed Cass again. I actually really enjoyed when she managed Enzo and Cass. I thought that was great. I do like what they're doing with her, though. I do like what they're doing with her. But yeah, they bought a house together. Good for them, taking that extra step. I do see them getting married. They actually are really cute together. They're just saw the pictures that they post, and it's great because she's on SmackDown and he's on Raw, so they don't see each other a lot, but they still make it work. So that's great. Great for them. Awesome stuff. I wish them all the best. Buying a house is a big deal. Me and the wife, we bought a house before we were married. That's right. Living in sin. It's what we do. But yeah, I think that it's a real important step, relationship-wise, is to do that. I understand that some religious things, it doesn't work. I don't want to get into that. I'm neutral when it comes to all that. But I just think as a couple, it's important to try that out before you guys get married. Because what if you get married and there's no connection whatsoever? Just throwing that out there. Segueing into another Carmella thing, SmackDown this week. Her and Ellsworth is split up. Oh no! Oh boo-hoo! Yeah, Ellsworth cost her a match, and she's like, "Screw you, buddy! I'm out of here." None of that. Who knows what's going to happen with James Ellsworth? I don't know. He's personally pissing me off. I don't really see how he still has a paycheck. Whatever. Superstar shakeup? Possibly. More on the SmackDown side. SmackDown. If you guys didn't see, cool storyline that they got with Shane O'Mac and Kevin Owens right now. Kevin Owens called out Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon snapped, beat the crap out of Kevin Owens. Shane McMahon has been suspended until further investigation. But with that, that's right, Vinnie Mac is going to make his appearance next week on SmackDown to talk about it. I think that's cool. We get to see Vinnie again. We get to see the Power Walk. Granted, this is probably going to lead to a Hell in a Cell match between Shane O'Mac and Kevin Owens, which I think is great, because Shane already had his fight with AJ at WrestleMania, which was an amazing match. I want to see what he can do against KO. I think that'll be really cool. I like where this feud is going. For once, I'm actually invested in this. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty good stuff. this is a very SmackDown heavy show. Yeah, so it was announced that JBL is going to step down on commentary on SmackDown. And praise the Lord! No, he's going to go pursue his charity work. Like, he's still working for WWE, but he's not going to be on camera a whole lot. But yeah, he's going to do a lot more of his charity work in regards to all that, which is great. I'm all for charity work. But it was announced that Corey Graves is going to be taking over. Corey Graves is going to be doing commentary for Raw and SmackDown. That's pretty impressive. He's going to be traveling so damn much. That guy's going to get drained. Because, like, there's sometimes where, like, Raw is doing a show on one side of the country and SmackDown is doing a show on the other side of the country. It's just madness. You're crazy, Corey Graves. You are crazy. But yeah, double Graves. That's cool. The Mae Young tournament kicked off this last little while. I've done 2 reviews in regards to it. Check it both out. But I just want to throw it out there one more time. It's awesome. Watch it. It's great stuff. Spoiler alert, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this, but the finals hasn't yet happened. But it's going to be Kairi Sane, overall fan favorite, taking on Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. Now, everyone's thinking Kairi's going to win, but I have this thing in my mind, because with all the things that they've been doing lately with the whole 4 horsewomen of NXT, possibly feuding with the 4 horsewomen of MMA, like, you know, they kind of butted heads already, and there was even, like, that backstage segment where it's like, you know, any place, any time. I think Shayna's going to win this tournament to launch that feud. Because she's going to win, she's going to get super overconfident, and that's going to push it with the 4 horsewomen. It's, I don't know, it's just, MMA has its thing, pro wrestling has its thing. I don't like when they cross thing, because you know they're going to fight, and you know that the 4 horsewomen at MMA are most likely going to win. It's just a giant t-shirt selling, ticket selling thing. It's just so WWE can make tons of money. And it's not going to make the actual wrestling women look good if they lose that match. I'm against it. I don't like the way that this is going. But who knows? Maybe Kairi will win. Whatever. But yeah, check out the Mae Young Classic. It's really good. On to the non-WWE side, it was reported that the Young Bucks have been given a legal cease and desist from the WWE in regards to them doing the constant crotch chopping, because apparently WWE owns the rights to that. Which makes sense because it is a DX thing, but yeah, figured to throw that out there because, you know, if you're not going to sign the Young Bucks, you might as well sue them. It was announced on Monday Night Raw. Well, not Monday Night Raw. 205, whatever. That Enzo Amore, that's right, he was in the 5-way match to determine the new #1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship. And Enzo won. So he has a Cruiserweight title shot. And why shouldn't he? He's been here 5 minutes. It was also announced the entire Twitter universe, the entire social media universe is exploding over this, and I fully agree. This year, Monday, Christmas is happening on a Monday, and New Year's Day is happening on a Monday. So why are they going to change anything? No, that's right. Monday Night Raw is going to be holding a live event on Christmas and New Year's. Like, I'm sorry, that's I draw the line at that. That is greedy. That is just sick. Like, what they've done for previous Christmas shows is they shoot it a couple weeks. I know that I don't like pre-taping, but that's an exception. Like I said, wrestlers already work 300 plus days a year. They don't get much time to themselves and their families. So, like, Christmas is like the one guaranteed day that they have to go spend time with their family, and now they gotta wrestle. Like, I'm sorry. Like, don't you make enough money already, WWE? And, like, who the hell's gonna go to these events? Like me, I love wrestling. Wrestling is great. I watch it all the time. But if I had a choice between spending time with my family on Christmas and watching a wrestling event, I'm gonna take the family, because that's a little bit more important than watching sweaty men beat the crap out of each other. It's going to end horribly. I bet you it's not even going to be close to selling out. They're going to have to shoot the hard camera on one side because there's not going to be any people there. It's going to look like the opening pre-show match at SummerSlam. Very piss-poor choice on WWE's part, in my opinion. I feel bad for Monday Night Raw. I feel bad for those guys, like, you know, and gals. Like, they're not going to spend any time with their family during, like, the family holiday. But whatever, as long as Vinnie Mac makes his money, who the hell cares? And closing off, I figured I'd close off our series finale with something kind of makes sense. For you those of you who saw Monday Night Raw this week, Big Show and Braun Strowman fought in a cage. Not a bad match, a lot of good stuff. But just the way it ended is Big Show was kind of carried off, and it was kind of like getting carried off into the sunset sort of thing. Like it's been confirmed that Big Show is going to take some time off to get much needed surgery. But it could also possibly mean that Big Show's retiring after this as well, too. Depending on how the surgery goes, I guess. But like the way it was that the audience was cheering, like, "Thank you, Big Show, thank you, Big Show." Like I said, I've been watching Big Show since I was like young, since I was like in junior high. Big Show was wrestling when he was the Giant in WCW. Like the fact that he's been able to stick with something that he truly loves for this long. Like most wrestlers don't have a career span as long as Big Show did it. And the fact that, he was able to do face and heel turns as many times as he did is truly a testament to his love for storylines. But yeah, like I said, like full respect to the Big Show. Like he's truly, one of the guys that I always enjoyed watching. Like big guys shouldn't move the way that he does, and it's just truly a sad day. But you know what? If he does end up retiring, all the best to him. Guaranteed, he's ending up in the Hall of Fame. Like the past few years, he's mostly taken a lower role of just mostly pushing younger talent. Like, look at everything that he's been doing for Braun Strowman lately. Look at everything that he's done for Big Cass lately. Like he knows that his role in the company right now is to push the young talent. And that says a lot, because not a lot of wrestlers ever wanted to do that. They always wanted to be in the spotlight and never give anyone a chance. Hulk Hogan. But the fact that so many people appreciated Big Show to give him kind of a good send-off, that's huge. So, Big Show, all the best to you. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. You're truly one of my favorite guys to watch. I just love that you can just punch a guy in the face and knock him out. That's great. That is great stuff. So, Big Show, woo! And there you guys have it. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comment section below. Once again, thank you guys so much for being part of This Week in Wrestling. I had a ball doing it the past couple months. But like I said, it's time to move on. It's time for bigger, better things. Don't worry, KayFabe Chronicles is not going away. This is just the beginning to some better things, hopefully. I said I got a lot of crazy projects on my mind, not just wrestling-wise on the channel. I'm going to be trying to pump out a bunch of different things, movie reviews, some gaming stuff, more nerdy stuff, back to my prop building, hopefully. But yes, once again, thank you guys for sticking through This Week in Wrestling, through the thick and thin. It was an honor to do it for you guys. But yeah, it's time for greener pastures. And I hope you guys understand. But as always, if you like the video, crush that like button, hit subscribe for more great videos, and follow us on Twitter using the 2 name tags below, and also check out that Facebook page also in the description. As usual, this is JP from KayFabe Chronicles, and I will see you guys next time, and thanks.